now, the YouTube link has been sent on the platforms, and we can just dive into what we are here for. Well, before we start, I just want to just commit this meeting to the hands of the Lord Christian. So obviously, I will have to start out praying. But you can hear me, right? Everyone can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me? All right. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Good morning, good evening, Father. Good evening, Son. Good evening, Holy Spirit. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. But I ask for a teachable spirit to be able to teach, to be able to inform rightly, Lord. I am grateful for this opportunity. I do not take it lightly. But I ask that every single one of the students are impacted with knowledge that they are able to use to achieve their career paths, to achieve a great future in law. In the name of the Lord Jesus. Thank you, Heavenly Father. We give you all the praise. In Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. All right.
Then your mic is muted.
So all this time I've been saying all these things, you guys are not hearing me. Oh God. All right,
We've been
I am Barry
hearing
Shiloh.
you just before.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm Barry Shiloh. Like I said, some of you might know me, some might not. Some might meet me for the first time, while some are meeting me for the second time. So I am Barry Shiloh, the CEO of BSC Globals Limited and also BSC Academy. The reason for this whole thing, this whole idea to host this session is because over time we've noticed that students are kept in the dark and are not able to understand when it comes to this process of the law school. So and how to apply, what to do, questions are lingering, and some of you guys have stayed like 3, 4, 5 years, haven't gotten admission to the Nigerian law school, and you don't know how to go about it. Certain memos are sent out on the law school website that cannot be really interpreted, or you don't know what to do. So um, um, I'm just here to explain certain things. The memo, what you should expect and what you should part time. So because of how long the session was going to be, because of how detailed I wanted to be, I decided to divide it into different sessions, meaning I might have this meeting 3 other times, depending on the development. So everything I'm saying will be the relevant information that is available to the public as of this time. Whatever thing that is subject to change, there are changes as we progress. Sorry, I'll inform everyone and adjust the things I would have said previously. So let's move on. I'm sharing my screen with you guys so that you guys will know what we are dealing with or what we're working with. So first of all, so the recent memo that came out from law school was that the DG, Secretary of the Council, signed was the one about the university that has. Please hold on. Okay, please hold on. I'll be back. All right, I wanted to fix the noise. Can everyone hear me clearly now? Is it much more? All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so the first memo that came out was the memo about universities that are qualified to apply to the Nigerian law school. So let me get it out. I will not be able to list out all the university, but I think I posted it on the platform for everyone to check and see if the university has been enlisted here. So what this memo means is that if your university is not on this list, you cannot apply to the Nigerian law school. And if any student try to, let's say, your university is not accredited and you're trying to apply to the law school, which will not be received or penalized. So only university listed on the memo on the law school site, you can go through them later on the groups that can apply to the Nigerian law school. Now moving on to the second memo. The second memo stated that the management of Nigerian law school wishes to inform the general public that all relevant stakeholders that admission process will begin, that is for your set, very soon. Now, the date here is Monday, 7th September. So what this memo is stating is that at this time, your deans are supposed to be sending the names of eligible candidates to the Nigerian law school, meaning just the universities that are enlisted in the first memo that I posted I showed on the slide. And then also I'll just be giving you we're telling you certain things that you just need to know regarding that names that are supposed to be sent by your dean. Number one is sometimes a lot of students do have issues with their name, and law school is stating that no corrections will be entertained for your set. No correction will be entertained for your set, meaning whatever information that is coming from your dean has to be accurate. So what your dean sends to the law school are information such as your name, your results, and your matric number. So these 3 points are important for you to check. If it means you go into your school to check and make sure, do the necessary. So for your name has to be correct, meaning your name has to be in the right order. So if you have 3 names, let it be 3 names that your school is sending to the Nigerian law school. If you have 3 names in your certificate, let it be the 3 names that your school also sends to the Nigerian law school. If your dean sends a different name that is not on your LLB, if your dean sends a different name that is not on your LLB, then there will be a discrepancy of names, and it will affect you, meaning you might not be able to come to the law school if there are issues with your names. So for example, my name is Shiloh Chinedu Ekene. So therefore my dean is to send Shiloh Chinedu Ekene. My certificate is to hold Chinedu Shiloh Ekene. Now, if my dean sends Chinedu Shiloh Ekene or Ekene Chinedu Shiloh, there's a discrepancy of name at that point. It will affect you. So what law school is saying here in this memo is that deans to begin to send their eligible candidate's name to the law school. But now, what is your responsibility? Your responsibility is now to go to your school or make your calls or check, is your name correct on that list he's sending to the law school? Not only is it correct, is it in the right order? There is no hyphen. Law school doesn't encourage for hyphens, meaning your name is maybe for those that have native names and they have apostrophe on them. I don't know how you want to do it, but then law school memo is stating that. I think I'll just have to show you where it was stated there, so that you can see for yourself. Now it says applicants are advised. I think I just have to zoom it a little so you can see it. Can you see the memo clearly now? If you can see the memo clearly, let me know. Okay, so it says on the fourth paragraph, it says applicants are advised to complete the application form carefully, ensuring that their names are correctly spelled and arranged in proper order. The use of abbreviation is not permitted. All other details on the application form must also be completed correctly. Please note that the Nigerian Law School will not entertain requests for correction or amendment of applicant details after they have been submitted by the applicant or applicant's university. Now, what does this mean is that don't put O. Olivia Stevens. Don't do that. Don't put U. Let the names be in full, and then remove all those hyphens, all those abbreviations. Just take them out. If you know that you already have them, you can just go and correct them now. All right, they've not started sending names, so you go to your school, correct it, and make sure that it's your full name that is there on that list that your dean is sending to the law school. Now, if your certificate, because most of you guys have already finished the university for, like, let's say in 3 years, sorry, for 3 years now, 2 years, some of them 5 years. If your certificate has already been inscribed on, what it means is that you will have to go and correct that certificate. For a lot of questions come up like, can't an affidavit stand in place of a certificate? No, you can't stand in place of a certificate. You must have that. You must have the certificate corrected. So, because sometimes it may just be a mistake in your eyes, but they see it more than that. They see that another person is trying to apply to the law school. So, meaning one person is studying, another person is getting a certificate. That's why they need the name to be in the exact form. There are situations where Muhammad Ali and Ali Muhammad is two different people, like the northern names. And then in such situation, Ali Muhammad is attending classes, and then Muhammad Ali is chilling at home. The moment it's time to issue the certificate, Ali Muhammad can use it. I just hope you understand what I mean. So it's important that your name is at the right order. So check from your deans or check from your secretary to make sure that your name is in the right order. Remove any abbreviations, O, U, B, that has a full name, but you just use it as an initials. Get to remove that and complete it. If you had the certificate inscribed, then correct the certificate. It's going to take time. They start doing it now. Now, if one of the for your certificate, you'll be using it when you're applying to the law school. That is when the forms have been given out for you to fill and submit back to your dean. But I will explain that. I don't want to go ahead of myself, but then that's when you'll be using it to attach it for the copy of those documents to the forms. So now, the first step now is that the law school has sent a memo out there stating that deans should begin to submit the names of their students. Now, the second thing is you making sure that your names are properly spelled out, so that you don't have issues with your name. Now, the third one is this. The third name reference is the form that you're going to be filling when you'll be giving your passcode. Now, what do I mean by passcode? After your dean has sent your name to the Nigerian Law School, the Nigerian Law School usually issue out a passcode to every university, meaning just like a login link. You're going to be using your matric number, and the login of that university is sent to your dean to get access to your portal. Now, when you get access to your portal, you see various forms. Now, there's one particular form that is the most important form, which is like the Form A. Now, that form contains all your details, your parents, your phone numbers, and all those other things, your work results that you're going to fill in there, and your passport. Now, that is the third reference to your name. So the first reference to your name is your dean. Make sure it's correct and no abbreviation. The second reference is your certificate. Now, the third reference is the name you're going to be registering with on the application form. Now, what do I mean by that? When you log into your portal, you're going to be asked to fill in your names and other details. Now, for example, if you then said, your dean sent for me, for example, Shiloh Chinedu Ekene, and my certificate is showing Shiloh Chinedu Ekene, so I'm good in those two. If you then go ahead to go and fill on the form online and say Chinedu Shiloh or Chinedu Ekene Shiloh, at that point, you've already started your trouble again. So the name must correlate through in those three name references: the name your school is sending to law school, the name that you are that you have in your certificate, and the name you're going to be applying when the portal is open for you guys to apply. If there's any discrepancy, law school states saying that they're not going to entertain such. I don't know if this was very this point was very clear. Okay, all right, thank you very much. So that is that about the name discrepancy. Okay. All right, sorry, I just had to mute everybody and unmute again. So let's just go back to where we were. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay. So we are at number 6. So number 6 now is the passcode generation and portal access. Now what that means is, what that means is that you are the law school, after receiving your details, that is your names, your matric numbers, and your results, they're going to issue out a passcode. All right. Now that passcode is what they're going to use to get access to your portal and fill your form, print it out, and all that. So when you log in, after the passcode, when you log in, some of you might have issues. There's a lot of issues that come up in this passcode point is that they don't check your matric number. So you have situations where you see a student that has 2015. Obviously, you know that your department has one particular matric number. The only difference can be the year and the number at the end, like your number 1, your number 2. Am I correct? That applies to all universities, right? Okay, thank you, Vicky. So since that applies to all universities, what it means is that sometimes you can be in 2022 set and there's somebody that is in 2023 set, but you have the same reg number. Now, if you do not check carefully the matric reg number or your reg number and they send it that way, you might be having issues. You might be having difficulty trying to log into the portal. So the things you should check right now, I'm telling you what to do now that you are home or now that you're in school, whether you are in school or whether you are not, is number 1, check your names. Number 2, check your matric number. Make sure it is correct. Sometimes the secretaries might make mistake by placing 1. Some people might put full stop. And you know, these things are usually done in a tech way where they can just copy and paste and they'll copy that full stop part of the matric number. So you have to be sure that everything is just fine. Make sure that your name, whatever it will cost you for you to make that happen, does do that, and your matric number is in order. So after that, the next step is the registration process. Now, the registration process, previously there was what they call by Form A1 and Form A1 page 1 and page 2. So the page 1 was usually the part you fill your name, your parents, your next of kin, your residence, your designation, your office address, and all that. But as time progressed, and then the page 2, that is from A1 page 2, was supposed to be where you fill your WAEC, your secondary school, and all that. But as time progressed, the law school improved and decided to merge the two together because it was making it much more complicated. So they merged the two together, whereby you can have all your details filled in one form and then printed out. Now, this Form A1, which has been merged now into one form, no longer page 1 and page 2, has a place called the Commissioner of Oath. Now, the Commissioner of Oath is where you have to take it to the notary public or to court to get it stamped. Most universities usually encourage this unison, whereby they tell you guys to submit all your forms and they will take to the courts to get it stamped, or maybe for a fee to get a notary public to stamp it, and then it makes it easier for some of the universities. While some other universities allow the student to go about doing it their own way, but eventually you still have to submit all your forms back to the dean. So that's what the court notarization there, number 10, is. So for the other forms, there are certain forms that you'll find on the portals, forms like Form B, Form B1 stroke B2, Form C, and Form D, and then medical forms. I know some of you guys may be familiar with these forms if you've tried to apply before you had friends, but I will explain it better. Most times, a lot of students are queried because they don't know how to fill these forms. Law school does not presume. That is one thing you must understand. Presuming in sense, I mean, you leave a space blank, they'll feel like you didn't feel it, not that you didn't have anything to say. So most times when certain things is not applicable to you, such as forms like an application employment forms, for most of you are students, most of you are not working, some of you are working, some of you have jobs. So law school asks you, are you presently working? They don't want you to get involved in any work so that you can focus on the law school, because it's a 1-year vocational program and you need total focus. So in such situation, they give you Form B. Now let me explain number 11 to you. So the Form B is a dean release form. What it means is that your dean is releasing you to the Nigerian law school. So the dean is going to be signing, stating that he or she knows you and that he is releasing you to the Nigerian law school to study the 1-year vocational program. Well, now that letter is very important, or that form is very important. Why? Because for those of you guys that possibly got involved in my practice, for those of you guys that possibly had 1 or 2 issues such as theft, book, malpractice, cults, whatever it may be, if the dean entails that into your form, it will affect you. So what it means is that the dean is going to be given a confidential letter, a confidential form, sorry, it's going to state it in that form, stating that this is who you are. So if you had a bad, if you had a bad record and you didn't, and you were not maybe acquitted of it or pardoned, all right, it will affect you. If you've been pardoned, there's no need to insert it there. You could possibly ask if you were pardoned. You need to insert it there because it also allow for the council to sit on your matter and find out what happened. So now, if the dean insert on the Form B, this whatever fault or whatever malpractice or whatever it is, and your form is submitted to the law school, what it means is that when the law school receives it, they're going to sit on the matter, and then if it's a controversy, let's say it's a malpractice or whatever it is, they're going to refer it to the council, meaning you might not get admitted that year until the council sits on your matter and get back to you. So that's how important Form B is. It can weaken the whole form itself. Now, for Form B1 and B2, those are the employment forms. Now, those employment forms are that your employer is giving a confidential comment about you. That's one. And then the other employment form is that he's releasing you to the Nigerian law school, stating that he knows you, you worked for him for this amount of years, and I'm releasing you to the Nigerian law school for the 1-year vocational program. The point of this form is just so that they can hear that you are of good character. Now, one of the requirements of getting called to the bar is not just passing the bar finals. One of the requirements is that you are of good character. So you can write the exam, but if you're not of good character, you're not going to be called to the bar. If you can write the exam, but then if you don't attend the dinner, because that is really teach you eating etiquette, you're not of good character too. So you must chop well, and you must act well. So that is for the Form B1 and the B2, and then we have the Form C. Now, sorry, let me go back to number 12, Form B1, B2. If you do not have any employment or you're not working, the next thing to do is just to write boldly on the form, not applicable. All right. So because you can't remove it, do not remove the form. Remember, law school doesn't presume. When any form is missing, you'll be queried. And query means when admission is being given, you're going to be seeing a query that you have to resolve to get your admission, which might take longer. Now, with the new administration, I can't really make much comment on the query resolution because of we don't know how it's going to go. So until we get to see how the improvement that she has brought on resolving the query, then whether it will be beneficiary to you or not. Now, for the Form C is the exam malpractice form. This is where you yourself will have to state that you were not involved in malpractice, you were not involved in cultism, you were not involved in any of those acts. Am I still clear? Just to be sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think I just have only Vicky responding via audio. I don't know if others could hear.
Okay. Yes, sir.
You can.
All right.
I hear you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, we can hear.
All right. So moving forward. So the Form C is important. Now, this is where the Form C becomes quite a tough game. If you state on the Form C that you were never involved in malpractice, you were never involved in cultism, the Form B can rattle you out. What do I mean by that is that the Form B is confidential. It's the dean that writes it when he's sending it to the law school. So if you state on your Form C that, oh, I was not involved in exam malpractice, and your dean then says, oh, you were involved in exam malpractice in your form, when law school receives it, such a situation means that you're going to be getting like a 10 years ban before you come to the law school because you lied and you didn't say the truth. So if you then say, oh, the truth set us free, and you put the truth there, you can get like 5 years ban. Now, this is at the discretion of the council. This is just the norms that have been happening, all right? But at the discretion of the council. That's why one of the reasons that they advise you guys not to be involved in exam malpractice. If you know you're involved in exam malpractice, don't let your heart beat, all right? Just find a way to fix it based on the information I'm giving to you. Or face your panel there and be pardoned. But don't let that information get to your forms because it will affect you. Now, or I'm not advising you to do the wrong thing. Please, let's be clear. Disclaimer, all right? And also, I want to state this. We are not representatives of Nigerian Law School, all right? We are a firm that is helping aspirants over the years. We've helped more than 40,000 students over the years. I think most of you guys might know me. And we hate to just explain certain things, to not keep you guys in the dark, all right? To not keep you in the dark at all, so that you get to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I get people, for example, I got a student that was telling me that someone told her to pay a certain amount for her to get admission with the present set. Now, the issue with that is that the present set already in externship, already running up externship. There is no how you can get admitted with that set. So I was shocked when she got to me and told me something like that. So these things happen. So our agenda, our aim is to bring you out of the dark to know what is happening so that people don't come and tell you this is what is happening. Now, I know I have ops. Is that what they call them in the UK? I have enemies that will not really like what I do. That has fought me over the years. But then, to be very sincere, I know what I went through when I was a law student. And I know the things that if I had known then, I would have done better and I would have avoided a lot of expenses and a lot of costs. A lot of you guys are trying to, this is Nigeria, so everybody's quite Tinuburized. Will I use that word? So we just have to do what we have to do and play our part. So for Form C, like I stated, is your exam malpractice, your what's it called? Your cultism and all that. So you just to put no on those ones. Now for this section D. Okay. I think that was scrapped out from the recent one, so I'll not be addressing that Form D. But let me see. The Form, okay, no. Yes, I remember. Now the Form D part is the, you're going to state your post-secondary school education, meaning after the Nigerian Law School, were there any other thing you acquired, such as your master's, or you went to do another course, or there was a course you did before your master's, you stated there, and your degree. Why after that segment in that form, you have another place where it has talks about where you spent your university. There are some of you guys that transferred. So your 100 level 200 was maybe in Unizik, and then your 300, 400, 500 was in maybe Kogi State University, something like that. So you're going to be stating, oh, I spent this year in this university, I spent 3 years, and then from this year 2018 to 2019, something like that. Please hold on. All right. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Sorry. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the distraction. Okay, so the last form is the medical form and medical reports. Now, for the medical form and medical reports, sorry, I need to correct that. It's a medical form. Okay, it's still medical report is there too. Now, the medical form is comes last when you've been given admission. So the law school prefers that you go to a government hospital to do your medical reports. Like the form contains all the tests you'll be taking. So you have to bring that form, the doctor has to do those tests, fill on those forms, give you certain medical reports, and also the x-ray film. The question is going to arise, should I do CD? You see, if they don't do CD here, just go to the one that does, then there are documents required. What is document required means there are documents that are outside these law school forms. Documents such as your JAM admission letter, your JAM score, your WAEC. Now, when I mean your secondary school certificate, let me classify that. Now, secondary school certificate contains NAPTEC, IGMG, depending on your age. There's a lot of there's some of the elderly persons here that have those old ones. Your SSC, your NECO, all those things. Now, a lot of questions comes up here where there's some of you that didn't do well in your NECO, but wrote again in your WAEC, so that sorry. Okay, so that's some of you guys that didn't do well in your WAEC but did well in your NECO, so you made your results. So now that you're applying to law school, what do you do? Now you come across this same issue when you are filling that number 8 from A1 page 1. You guys can see my screen, right? You can see what I'm calling number 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to get that point. Now, where you find an issue there is that law school is going to tell you to write the courses, that's the subject, and then their grade. So what happened to a student that merged their results together? Because you cannot now put A1 stroke F9. It doesn't make sense. So in such situation, what you do is that you interchange. For example, I wrote maths in WAEC and I got F9. I wrote maths in NECO and I got A1. So I wrote English, I got F9. I wrote English in NECO, I got A1. So what I'm going to do is that since I use both results, I'm only going to be writing the good results. All right. So my maths, because I'm using WAEC, there's some courses I passed in WAEC and there's some courses I failed in WAEC. All right. And there's some courses I passed in NECO and the courses I failed in NECO. So what I'll do is that the ones that I got, the ones that I passed, so CRS, I got A1 in NECO, even if I use my WAEC in that. Do you understand? I don't know if I'm trying to, if I'm hitting a point here. I want to be very clear. Okay, all right. So you're not going to be writing the field result, you're writing the good grade, because you're going to be attaching those two results to your forms, so that when they're going through your forms, they see that, oh, A1. But WAEC is saying F9 now. They check the NECO. Oh, okay, I get the point. He got A1 in NECO. So do you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. After that, the required document, like I said, WAEC secondary school certificate, which covers all those WAEC and all that. Your JAM admission letter, your JAM score, your sometimes actual ID card, your LLB certificate that has that name that law school sent, that your university sent to law school. Please don't forget this part. The certificate that your school. Now, most of you guys will say, but we don't have a certificate, we have a statement of result. Law school not going to give you admission if you don't have certificate, LLB certificate. So go and start processing it now. That's early. Now you may be like, but I don't know what to do, my dean and all that. Now that's an internal affair that the law school cannot come into and address. Either your school writes to law school and tells them that, oh, please, we are on, ours are not ready. Wait for our student. Because at the end of your program, you're still going to be needing the LLB certificate to upload for you to be called to the bar, just like your seniors are going to be called to the bar this week that is coming. I delayed this class because I was addressing most of your seniors that are going to be called to the bar. So that's why I decided to host this now. Okay, someone is asking me what I said about the NECO issue. Well, I don't know how to go back, but then let me see. What I said is, if you have two results you are using, when you are uploading your form in that form A1, what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be uploading only the grades that are good, meaning only the pass grades. Because you might have passed something in NECO and failed something in WAEC, passed something in WAEC and failed something in NECO. So what do? Place only the grades that you pass, attach the both documents together, and then staple it to your forms. In such situation, when they see, they'll know which one you were referencing. Was I clear? The person that asked me, am I clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Maduka. So now, I think your LLB results, one of the documents you're going to attach, and what else? I think that's mainly it. Those are then you're going to bundle all those files. Your passport here, you're going to have 4 passports attached to the forms, and bundle those files and take it to your dean. Now your dean in turn is going to fill that form B part and then send everything to the law school. So there's going to be a deadline. So there are going to be various deadlines, because there's a question that sometimes amazes me when people ask me, so what's the deadline for this? I'm like, you apply and leave deadline alone. Why are you asking me for deadline? Do you want to wait? I know Nigerians have that nature of waiting to the deadline before they now start acting out. Please don't do that in a law school. The new DD is the person that she had been. She was the DDG in Lagos campus, and I think most of you guys have heard about Lagos campus. That's like the best campus. So for her to be made the DD now, she's someone that sticks to standard and is detailed. So she doesn't do this whole, don't worry, let's shift date, they're not ready. If it's stated that way, that's firm. So you have to be careful with your application this year. So let me see. So there's some of you guys that are asking for whether it's WAEC results or WAEC certificate. Which one are we working with? Now, the WAEC result or the WAEC certificate, either one works. Whether you have the one that you downloaded or the one that your school gave you, either one works. All right, you can use any of the two. They accept it. And those of you guys that don't have JAM, because I know that some of you guys that didn't write JAM or didn't do your regularization, I hope I said that word very well. And then you are in one course, that is that you did philosophy and changed, but you didn't change your JAM admission. You changed to law, but didn't change it. So just go to JAM and just fix it. Just fix it. All right. I've seen a student. I'm not supposed to say this here, but I've seen a student where she transferred from, I think, mass comm to law, and when she was done, she has graduated and she has gotten a certificate, and she was about to apply for the Nigerian law school. She found out when she went there to get the admission letter, she found out that they told her that the transfer was fake. Now, this is somebody that has finished the faculty of law and gotten a certificate, and they're telling her that the transfer that she did in her 100 level was fake. So the story is to that tale, only the gods know. But then I just felt like you just do your due diligence with what you have in your possession. So try getting your admission letter, try getting your admission score results. The next thing is, okay, I think I've addressed name discrepancies, common registration mistake, and using now for the part of the computer instead of using computer instead of a phone. A lot of you guys are very, very, very wonderful. I have seen certain persons, they tell upload passport. The person uploaded a full picture, a full portrait picture. I don't know whether he's trying to tell the law school that, see, I'm a fine boy, a full, like you wore suit and uploaded you on full suit. Amazing things. So when I mean passport is just your head. They want to see your head. They want to just know that it's your head that is coming to the law school. They don't want to see your body, whether you're fat, slim, or just your head. All right. So please, and then I feel like one of the reasons such a person did that was because the person registered with his phone. So when they say upload, now you go to gallery and set. Now look at one fine picture you took when you went to church, and then go and click and upload it. You will come to law school and beg, and you'll get that course that you uploaded and come and beg. So please let it be your face. So do not use your phone in the registration. All right, so use your phone in the registration. Use a laptop. Now most of you guys may not have laptops, and now I want to warn you about this part. Not the fact that I and my team handle this whole registration thing for you guys, so that you don't make mistakes in registration. I still want to warn you with the vendors that you can use. The universities are already possibly having cafes that are in your school that help you with this registration. Now, this is one of the mistakes they make. Now, because of the your video is on so that we don't see what we're supposed to see. Mr. Madam, your video is on. I think it just wants to, maybe it's a mistake. All right, so one of the mistakes they make is that because of the volume.
You're breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, we can now. Before it was breaking.
Where did I stop? Oh, so that you guys don't miss out of anything. Can just one person tell me where I stopped?
You were saying something about registration with
Okay,
laptop.
okay, okay.
Laptop. You were talking about
uh
laptop.
Okay, thank you. You know when you said I'm saying something about restriction, I wanted to just like you wanted me to stop at the beginning because I was saying everything about. All right, so about the laptop part. So the mistake people make is that because your schools and some cafes are into this whole registration thing, what they do is that to them it's a simple thing. Put your name, put this one, put this one, put this one, put this one, submit. To us, it's not the same thing. To law school, is not the same thing. What do I mean by that? There are sometimes that they can have like 20 tabs opened up, answering different persons. Now they're registering Tayo, and then Tayo is trying to get his next of kin's phone number, and then because of the crowd, they go to Shadi. Shadi, give me your details. Now they're filling Shadi's details in another tab. Now they submit it and submit Tayo's own as well. Now Tayo has incomplete information, or the two information synchronizes, and then you get to find out that Tayo is not bearing Tayo Shadi Fumilayo, an unknown person. Now, such situation happens when the rush is there, all right, when they are not careful. Now, what's your responsibility? Whoever that's going to be helping you to fill this, because most of you guys might not have laptops, most of you guys may be careful, those will be careful. You just want to have someone, an expert, to help you handle the situation. We can handle that one, no wala. We can chat and we'll work on that, but it's not now. But then if you're going through any other person, ensure your details are correct. Ensure. I think it's calling me because of Rataya stuff. And then call Rataya to check if you have done the needful. Okay, sorry. Some of you guys we need an expert in this area. So when you are giving them your details, ensure that your work they are focused on. Cross-check it before they submit. Do not let them submit. Most of the important things in that form A1, because that form A1 is the only form you're going to fill.
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You stopped at the most important thing.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I'm just blocking. I'm coming, please. Okay, so the most important thing in the forms are your name, your date of birth, your result, your grade. So some of you that have 2-1, and now thank you very much. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Now, if you are writing that, some of you guys from the pool, I noticed that some of you guys are possibly writing your final year exam and maybe in second semester, so you don't know your grade yet. But because of law school requesting for your result, your dean might just want to just send in names quickly. Now they might send in. You might be thinking, oh, I'm getting a 2-1. All right. You might be thinking you're getting a 2-1, and then you find out that you got a 2-2. You might think you're getting a first class, find out you got a 2-1. Now, such situation, you might now go and say, okay, I've not seen my results yet. They have not come out, but let me go and put 2-2 there. If your result eventually comes outside and it doesn't match, it's going to be an issue. For those of you guys that are possibly writing your last papers, and your name will be sent before now. All right, so your name on that form. Now that form is that every other form you print them out and fill by hand. But that form, that's number, I think that's number, sorry, let me just get there. That's number 8. Remember I told you number 8 and 9 have been merged into one form. So that form is going to be filled online, and when you submit it, you cannot edit it. Except the law school allows for that, but you cannot edit it. So you have to be careful. The name, the university, don't forget the university you choose there. Don't mistakenly go and select Enugu Esut, or I heard they're different, or maybe you select another state university Uli instead of Ibarian, something like that. So in such situation, because there's a application number that will be generated, and the application number is generated for each university. So if you mistakenly go and fill the wrong university, your matric number was saying you're from this university, but the application number was saying you're from this university. You find out that you are just in a very tight corner. Now, don't forget, whatever mistake you make, it will result to you coming down to Abuja. So imagine the cost of flights. or the ransom money you want to pay. We don't wait for wrong things, all right? But then just imagine that. So that's why you have to be very, very careful. You choose the one you want to pay for, either the flight or the other ransom, but then be careful. So now your name, your university, your grade, all right, your phone number, your date of birth, and your email. These are the very important details in that form A1 that you have to be careful. Now, a lot of people ask this questions. Are all grades accepted in Nigerian law school? Yes. First class, 2-1, 2-2, third class, and pass. I don't know if is this you pass universities?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
That'll be for private universities, right? Will it be private or federal?
No, there's no
Including
pass in
federal,
private
state.
university.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, as long as you passed and you've been issued a certificate, you can apply to the law school. There is no discrimination when it comes to grade. There are lots of persons that get pass or third class and come to law school and get 2-1 and first class. It happens. But there are some persons that get first class in law school, in university, come to law school and get 2-1 or 2-2. In fact, pass. Some even fail. So that's it. But before we get to the next session, if we're going to get to the next session, I would like to just take questions. I don't know. Can you see the questions from your phone? Okay. I would like to take questions, and but by raising up your hands, I will just call you. So Vicky, please go ahead.
Okay, so we're talking about WAEC results. This WAEC certificate, is it original WAEC certificate you have to post, or you can post anyone? Is it original WAEC certificate?
Either one works. The one you download from the site or the original one, anyone you have, it works. But if you have the certificate, that's better.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Ernest Deborah.
Good evening, sir, and well done. My question is, does name order really matter when it comes to JAM? You were mentioning name order being important when it comes to your results or your certificates in uni, but if the order is not, in that particular order it is on your university certificate, does it matter?
Okay, the thing about the JAM name is that lots of them really take reference as that to JAM, but then your university takes reference to JAM. What it means is that the name that will possibly be in your university will be that one that JAM sent. Now, if you go meet your university to tell them that you want to change your name or change your LLB, they'll ask you to go and change it in JAM. So it might just come from that, except if along the line you change your name in university, and they allowed for it, and your name now matches your certificate like that. Even if your JAM doesn't match, it's still something they accept. I've seen a lot of people that have gone through that without changing their name in JAM. They take much more cognizance to your name on the certificate, your name on the form that you're filling online, and then your name on your dean sent to the Nigerian Law School. Does that help you, Ene Deborah?
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right, Philip, your hands are up. Okay, so let me go with Leo. Leo, you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I think my question is almost that of my colleague that was asking that question.
You're cracking up.
It's maybe sorry, it's the way I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. You know what's going to happen?
Can you hear me, sir?
Just hold on, Victor. I want to confirm something from my secretary. Please hold on.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sorry, we're just trying to inquire whether I should just cut the video here and get your questions so that we can maybe re-upload the video and send to those that will miss out. But I just heard that those in YouTube too are also asking questions on the comment section. So I think we still have to leave it on. So please go ahead, Philip.
Okay, sir. Sir, I actually want to ask in respect to the orderly aspect of it. I want to talk about that from A1. From A1, at the beginning of the WAEC and from A1, would the if the name is different, like your WAEC, the name in your WAEC is different, and it did not correspond with that in the degree certificate, can that still go?
Not really.
Would
The
the law
thing
school
here,
accept that?
now see the thing here, like I said, law school takes cognizance to the name you didn't send, your LLB, and the name you fill on the form. Every other name are more or less secondary in the sense that you can't really change your certificate. You can't change your work certificate. You can't change your damn name like that. So those ones, they know that at that time you guys were like students, not really understanding how this name thing worked because you were interchanging your names. Not like now that you are now professionals to an extent, or you're learning. So please, that's not really going to affect you like that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay, so sorry, I'm coming. Let me just see. Okay, Sambo, I can see your hands up.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you. My question is in regard to our dean sending a list to the Nigerian Law School. Can you hear me clearly?
Very well, go ahead there.
Okay. You mentioned that there are 3 stages of names being sent. One is the list from our dean, the other is our certificate, and then lastly, when we fill the forms online. So for those of us that are currently writing exams, would our names be sent during this time, or would it be sent in September when the procedures officially begin?
Okay, the sending of names is at the discretion of your dean. Your dean is the one that decides which set. For example, there's some of the universities that obviously have backlogs. There's some of you here that are actually backlog students, meaning you've graduated, but then there's not been space for you. Such situation happens when a university quota is 50, but those in a set is more than 100. So law school gives Benedict University 70, for example, 70 slots, but in Benedict University has 100 500 level students. In such situation, 30 will have to wait. When the next law school set happens, what happens is that they will now add those 30 to the existing number. When the existing number is still more than the 70 quota, there's still much people, meaning that's like an additional backlog. Do you understand? So such situation when it comes to backlog now is this. And when it comes to the question you asked, is the names that you're going to be sending, will be at the discretion of your dean. So the dean gets to decide whose name or who is eligible. If your set is eligible without there being a backlog, fine, he sends your set. If he feels like he wants to send you guys and not the backlog set, fine, he sends it. So it's at the discretion of your dean to know who he wants to enlist on that name is sent to the law school.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. And also wanted to correct something. You had mentioned something about, you said there are 3 stages of a name being sent. No, there are 3 references of your name, but only 1 stage of your name being sent. That's what your day should working on now. But then after that,
Okay.
and what I was saying is that there are 3 references that your name has to correlate. Do you understand?
Okay. All right.
Do you get my
Thank you
point? Or
very
should I
much.
continue?
Yeah, I get your point. I just want to know if there's a timeline for the dean sending the names.
Yes,
And
there
you said
is.
it's at the
Because
discretion of the dean.
okay, on that timeline now, when you check the memo, I'm coming, let me just
Yeah.
get there. When you check the memo, it states here, it said all intending applicants. Sorry, let me zoom that. Okay, I'm still sharing my screen right there. All intending applicants are hereby informed that the portal will be open for completion and submission of application form from Monday 7th 2026. The session commenced Port Harcourt on Monday 22nd February 2027. So All applicants whose data have been forwarded to Nigerian Law School by the Registrar of University, not later than Friday, 7th September, are eligible to apply. Comment. Let me just get. All right. Now, download application form together with reference on applicant must be completed and returned to Nigerian Law School via the applicant Dean of Law on or before Thursday, December 31st. Now, what does this mean? What this means is that your dean has to forward your names. Now, there's some university, obviously, that will delay in forwarding your names, trying to maybe buy time, like you guys that are possibly in school. And in such situation, when let's say, for example, they're almost, I think the university names are 100 and something. So if like 100 are able to send their names, they can give the 100 passcode for their student to begin to register, while your dean still holds on to his own list. Whenever he's ready, he sends it. But then that timing of him sending it is still subject to this ending of this resubmission. So if he's not able to do whatever he's doing before December 31st, that ends the submission of those forms to the law school, then you guys will not have the opportunity again. So it's at his discretion when he wants to send a name to the law school. But it must still be within the time of sending back the forms after all those process of your passcode, you're downloading the forms. Because another deadline again is that after you have been given the passcode, he's going to tell you guys, there are some of you guys that will possibly have 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to submit your form back to him, depending on the timing when he got his passcode. So in such situation, you have to be ready. So the deadline you should be looking at is that when you receive the passcode, get to find out when are you supposed to submit the form back to your dean so that your dean can submit back to law school. Now, this is another part people don't take note of. If your dean sends that form back to law school and you delay that you didn't give your dean your own form before he sends the bulk of the form of what you student back to law school, what it means is that you will have your form with you to submit yourself, and law school will not take it from you. That is one. And then secondly, if you want to now submit to your dean, if your dean is a lenient person and is not someone who is quite you know what I'm talking about, is not calm, you will have to possibly either pay for your own personal courier service to take that form back to law school. So, and then this is the issue about it. Because of there's a bulk, for example, let's say, what university are you from? I don't know who I'm talking to now, sir.
Purisima. I'm from University of Calabar.
Okay, so let's say your school has 100 forms, and you forgot to give them your form, and they sent 99. Now that 100 forms is going to come in bulk for the person that's going to screen your form and give you guys admission. Now your form, because there are lots of 100 something schools bringing their forms. Now your form is going to be in a single document envelope, meaning it has the ability to get screened in the system. Yeah, so that's why it's important that you ensure that that form comes together. You're getting it. If not, to cost you more.
I do.
And then when your colleagues are getting admission, you will not get it because possibly your own form has not even gotten to the table of the person that will handle it because it's a single form. So
all right, I understand. Thank you very much. That clears it up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, please. Let me just quickly check and see those that are raising up their hands. Okay. Okay. Let me just answer those on on the YouTube channel, please. I'm coming. So someone said, "What's a person that?" Okay. What of a person that applied through direct entry and used his first degree? Class of first degree is 2-1. Second class up with work one sitting, but choose literature. Wow. You know what will happen? I'll just be. See what will happen here is that for those on YouTube, my secretary is going to be interpreting the questions because if I read it the way it is, even those in the Google Meet here are going to be, laughing. So I think she will just interpret it put it in the right frame of words for me, and then when she asks me, I'll answer. But then for now, let me just attend to those here. Abigail, please go ahead.
Yes, good evening and well done. Thank you for the
Thank you.
platform. So currently, my school is having issues with accreditation. Though they told us that we are going this coming set, and our name is not among the list of schools. Do you get
What
me?
university is this?
Federal University or
What university?
Ekiti.
Sorry?
Federal University or Ekiti.
You've checked through the list. Your name is not there.
It's not there, but they're telling us that we are going with this set.
The
I
thing
want to
about
know.
that is,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to know if maybe there's another way, like there are some schools that their name are not on the list, that they'll probably still going to go, regardless of their name not putting out there.
Okay. The thing about that is this. Could you help me this? Precisely. The thing about that question is, sorry, please hold on. Let's try and see whether you can pass through.
It's too short.
Okay, drag. Think that was. Careful. All right. Now the thing about this is, sorry for the. I think it's okay like that. Let's try and see that all. What is this? Now, can you hear me? Now the thing about their question is this: that's an internal affairs between council and your school. If council is okay with the, hey, sorry, please hold on. Your hands, let me. All right, sorry, I'm back. So if council is satisfied with your school being accredited, there's no issue. They're just going to approve your school and then tell them to send their names. So there could be an updated list depending on what your school and council is working on. If your school is ready, I think accreditation works this way. It's either the council decides to go for accreditation to your school, or your school calls them to come and accreditate your school. When they come and they like what they see, the nice facility and whatever it is that is their standard, they approve it. And then those they can apply. But pending when the council approves you or approves your school, you cannot apply except your name is on that list.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bello, please. Bello, go ahead. Okay, I guess I'm lost. Florence, go ahead. I think Bello hands have been up for a while. Florence.
Yes,
Any other
okay,
question?
thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time. Okay, I have two questions actually. The first question is
Hold on. Even sorry, Florence, you can turn on your mic. No. Okay. Florence, can you hear me? Can everyone hear
yes, I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Florence.
Okay, thank you. So I said I have two questions.
All right.
Okay, the first question
How many
is
questions
it
are you?
possible that should I continue?
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Okay. Is it possible that your school will send in your name to law school and law school still denies you admission?
Okay, I guess such a situation has happened. That's why you're asking. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, when you mean denies you admission, is it deny you admission or deny you access to the portal?
Yeah, something like that. Like, when you have access to the portal, it's like you're getting the admission. So my question is, your school sends you a list of those that needs to be admitted, and then maybe after filling everything, law school still denies you like admission.
Sorry, can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry for that. I think it was network. Okay, Florence, I think what you're asking now is when one's name is sent to law school and the person doesn't have access to the portal, it's possible. Like for example, in a situation where I knew something was wrong. Sorry guys, please give me a moment. Oh God. All right. So in a situation where you have your school has a quota of 70. Let's say, from what university are you from? What university are you from, Florence? What's university,
Abia
Florence?
State University, sir.
All right. Oh, Abia, you guys have a very awesome record, though. All right. So, for example, let's say your university has 70 as a quota, but your school sends 100. Now, what happens is that law school can sieve out 70 and disregard the 30. In such situation, your name is on the list, but you'll not be given access. Do you understand?
Oh, okay, sir. So can that be the only reason?
That could be the only reason, or maybe technical reasons also in situation where maybe your matric number was skipped, or there was a complication with your own information, something around that end. But that possibly can be the reason. Or your name was there, and while it was processing and trying to fly to the law school, they remove your name. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, for the second question, is about the allocation of campus. Now, is it possible that I don't know, I don't think I heard anything concerning allocation of campus. Can I get the clarity on that, please?
There are 7 campuses in Nigerian Law School. I think you guys already know the 7 campuses, or 7 campus. So you can decide when you're filling your form. There are 2 options where you want to be posted. Either you want to go to any of those campuses you posted there. Now, the law school still retains its own discretion to decide where you want to post it. So you can choose Abuja and Port Harcourt, you find yourself in Kano. You can choose Kano and Abuja, you find yourself in Yenagoa. You can choose Enugu and Lagos, you find yourself in Abuja. So these things happen.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. So, sorry, please. Okay. So, coming, all well, Ike or Careful?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Okay. This your name is sounding familiar. All well. Okay.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for your time so far. I have 2 questions.
All right.
So my first question, earlier you said that
Please
we are
hold on
advised.
there.
Okay.
Hold on, please. Let me just meet everyone so that you can have the. All right, you can go ahead, Orwell.
Okay, sir. So my first question is earlier you said that we're advised not to have any symbols in our names. But my surname is hyphenated and all my certificates carries it like that. Does it have any implication with regards to application for law school?
Okay, I think they said abbreviations. So abbreviation is like acronyms. I don't think maybe it really applies to those kind of hyphens, because there's some persons that yes have names that have hyphens. So I don't think, but sometimes you always have an issue. That's the truth. because when you're trying to, there's some law school portal that doesn't allow for all those hyphen, asterisk, and all that. So when you're trying to fill in that detail, it will not really allow you, or it might just tell you to remove it. So that you'll find that issue. It happens in a lot of people application. That's why it's just better not to even have this abbreviation. But if you have them, try seeing if the portal is going to accept those hyphen, and also let the hyphen also be in your dean's list.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Then my second question. While sitting for JAM, I had about 2 names plus my surname. So when I was applying to universities, that was the name those were the names I used. Subsequently, I had issues because apparently they said the names were too long, so I had to drop one out of the 2 extra names. So they started like that's what they on my certificate. So you mentioned differences in names like JAM and then degree certification. So I don't know if it's going to also affect the application as well.
As long as the name that your dean is sending, the name on your LLB, and the name that you have on your the application form you'll be filling from law school is in the same order, you are good. Every other reference of any other name, if you can change it, change it. If you can't change it, there's not really much you can do. But let the name just be in order.
Okay. Okay, so I want to clarify. Order, you mean your surname, first name, and other name, or is there any other way?
If you've always been using because a lot of people that don't understand what maybe my first name, other name, that will not like, as much as we are all educated, there's some people that don't understand what other name means. You know, some persons in their first name, they can add their first name and other name. In their other name, they can add their first name and surname. So it depends on what you, the thing there is that just make sure that the name is in the order. Let it just be this throughout. Let's not be this here, this here. No, let it just be that's Orwell, Ike, or Careful. Let not be your Careful, Ike, Orwell.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. So, Said Bello, you've been trying to talk for a while. I've been calling you, you're not answering. So go ahead. And now you have the table where you're not talking. Said Bello. All right then. I think I'll just get the questions from the secretary, so I'll address those on YouTube. Please hold on, guys. Let me just hear the questions.
What if a person that applied to direct entry can use his first degree? The class economics and study common law. So basically, as you can basically study common law.
That's another question.
If your date of birth on your
sorry, I didn't understand the question, so I had to tell her to ask another question.
If your date of birth on your JAMB score is different from the one you have on your declaration of age, or the original one you submitted to the university, how do you fix it?
Just date of birth is not really much of an issue when it comes to date of birth. It's just whatever it is you're going to be writing in the law school, let it just be that same date of birth throughout all your application at the law school. All right. So that date of birth is not really much of an issue. You can't correct your past, so you can correct your future.
For persons that applied for certificates but they have not gotten it, can they still apply?
Now, the thing about that certificate thing is that you will need it when you're submitting your form back to law school. So now you have from now to December. Your certificate is not golden card that they are shipping from China. So now that you are here, now that you've heard about it, you need a certificate. Start working on a certificate now before that time. So because law school will demand a certificate. Now, if you do not have a certificate and you send that form regardless because of the deadline your dean has given to you, what will happen is that you'll be queried when admission is given that you should present a certificate. So maybe at that time, so first of all, you submitted your form and now they're giving you query at the time of admission. So you've got more time to respond to that query. By that time, your certificate will be ready to send to law school to clear your query and give you full admission. For those of you guys that don't have your certificate and prepared, but just start working on it now.
2 people are willing to assist with my admission, but I heard duplicate application can attract a 3-year ban. Is this true, sir?
Okay, now for those persons that are saying that private admission is quite sensitive. All right. Please hold on, I'm coming. All right, for those of you guys that are willing to hear about private admission. Now, the thing about private admission is, I can't really say much because this is a live session, but private admission means someone is recommending you to the DG that you are a special candidate, all right? Now, that act was allowed with the old administration, or seems to have been allowed, allegedly, nowadays, allegedly. So, but then, with the new administration, I can't speak, I can't say anything. The DG has a discretion to know what to do or make decisions she wants to make. But for those persons that are trying to help you at this time, I don't think anybody should be confident enough to say they can help anybody with that means, because the only person that can help is the DG of the law school.
In which I got admission with. That's the job portal. The job is I get admission, the date of birth there. With.
Sorry, can everyone hear me? If there's anything about date of birth, all right, just use the date of birth that you are currently working with. Anything date of birth. You cannot correct your past, I always say. Just continue using it. If you were born 2002, but you mistakenly put 1998 and 1980, be using that age. Just grow faster. All right, just continue using that age. You can't go back to correct it, but don't be growing like that. Any other questions? Any other question?
No.
All right. So I think that will be all. Okay, Benjamin Hassan, you want to ask a question?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I just wanted to ask a question that when you're talking about the list that the dean will send, are we to write a letter to the dean about saying that we are interested to be among the set, or it's just automatic?
My brother, you first reach your school first, meet your dean now. I think you have to just go to your school and meet your dean and find out because it's at his discretion, like I said. Law school is not going to be involved in internal affairs of your school. So the only thing is that they send a memo, they're waiting for school to send list. Whatever list they send, if your name is there, fine. If your name is not there, fine. All those, I want to write a petition, I don't like this, I'm marginalized, I'm not going to school for 5 years, that's between you and your dean. So you just have to do what you have to do to get anyone on the list.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, Leo, you're back.
Yes, sir. It's quite an interesting one, yeah.
All right. No question, all right now. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I actually want to ask concerning what you said, myself, my bed. There was a mistake.
Okay, where for? I didn't hear you. You said what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't hearing you. What did you say?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I said I'm talking about myself in particular. My WAEC.
You said what?
My date of birth. So I've gone to school affidavit for it.
Wait, hold on.
That's what I'm using. I don't know.
Is it date of birth?
No, it's the year. But every other information is accurate.
If there's anything about date of birth
in my WAEC,
if there's anything about date of birth, if there's anything about date of birth, either you correct it while you're applying to law school. They don't take notice of this date of birth thing, but then you can be correcting it like that and be going, or use what you've been using.
Okay.
All All right.
So my second question goes like this. For most of us that already have a first degree in a different discipline, so you came in through direct entry, direct to faculty of law. So in applying in law school now, you didn't do this regularization of a thing. Is there any need to do it now, or because we didn't go to admitted in a different department, the admission came directly from faculty of law. So is there any need to do regularization?
You can do it. That's one. You can do it, or you can get um you can get a letter, because there was a letter they gave you, a letter of admission by the school now, right?
Yes, that's admission letter now.
Yeah, you can get that one. Like a letter approving your acceptance of direct entry to that thing. You can attach that as an evidence.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right. Peter Taiwo, you're welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for your time, sir. I'd love to know if I'm being heard.
You might have to speak out loud. I can't really hear you clearly.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me now?
Very well.
All right. Thanks. So the question I have relates to the subject on private admission. You mentioned something about not being sure on how it's going to.
I can barely hear you. Are you using earpiece?
Not at all. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So the question I have has to do with the subject on private admission.
Private admission. Like I said, it's not something I would really like to discuss online. No?
Yes, I understand that. So I talking about that.
Oh, your network is bad. Chat me on WhatsApp. We'll talk better there. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Phillips, do you want to say anything before I end the class? I have a meeting.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay. I wanted to know about the quota. Let's say your school's quota for the law school is 50. Can your school send less than the required names? Can they send like 20?
It's possible. There are times that some schools quotas are quite high and the number of students is quite low. Yes, they can send lesser.
Okay, thank you, sir. My second question is this. You spoke earlier about the other form, I think form C or something, where they will ask you about whether you've been involved in courtesan or all of that. So, and then I wanted to know if, let's say, you've not been involved in courtesan or examination malpractice, and then maybe you had an issue with your dean or something, and they decide to frustrate you and records that you were once involved in examination malpractice. What will happen in that situation?
My brother, you went to go and fight with your dean. Oh, you went to fight with your dean. Ew. You know that is what they call by village people in action. How would you fight with your dean, my brother? So that means the dean can write on your listing that you were an armed robber. My brother. Okay. Well, like I said, all power belongs to your dean. You know, whatever your dean writes in that form, it's what it says about you. Now the thing is that law school can also call you to come and defend. So that's your grounds for, that's your ground for your defense. You can come and defend it with your proofs, but it's still at the discretion of the council. So if that's what it is, then or you just chill and just wait for another dean to come into power, and then you can apply through that dean. But if your dean writes that thing and it enters council's hand, you can't reapply to another dean because your name will show. And then to show that you are a misleading person trying to apply again as though they don't have an old record of your malpractice or your endeavors, So that's why don't fight with your dean, and then don't have issues with your dean.
All right, sir. Thank you so very much, sir.
All right, Vicky, I think you have a question though. Is it Vicky or Damien? So you have your hands up. Damien, Chukwemeka, and Vicky Wilson, or Arinze.
Yes, I have a question, sir.
All right, Arinze, go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, very
Yeah,
well.
thank you very much for this section. It has been enlightening. I want to ask because when you were answering the question, you mentioned that the period, like the deadline for which the dean we send pins or something like that. You said is around December. But from the memo, which the law school sent, I can see there where they wrote that you should note that it will end around September 4th. Yeah, so I wanted to square that discrepancy because it's causing some level of confusion. I
Okay.
don't know if you remember when you said that or if you yes.
Okay, I think there was a mix-up there. Now, what I mean by the pin, law school decides when they release the pin to universities. Your own dean responsibility is to send your name to law school. Law school will decide when to release the pin to university. Do you understand?
Okay. I was talking about the submission of names from the faculty.
No, that one is at the
So the
discretion of
submission of
your
names from the
okay,
faculty
what I
from
mean
the
by
memo, it
that,
has a deadline of what?
okay, the submission of your
Yes,
name.
the deadline is what I'm talking about.
No, the submission of your name. I think I'll have to end the call because I just got a notification that it's going to end in the next 2 minutes. I don't know how that is possible then. But the submission of your name is that your dean is at the discretion to just submit your name. As long as the memo is out, you can submit it tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's depending on him. When he submits it, and law school has gotten a lot of names from different universities, they can decide to give in the passcode at any time. It's just that whatever it is anybody, all of you are doing, just conclude before 31st of December. Am I good, Arinze?
I think you're good.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vicky. Amaduka.
Good
Okay.
evening. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. So I think we're done. I think I
You're
just have to
welcome,
just
man.
fly out. Oh, Philip, do you still have a question before I end the call? So let me just end this with this. Let me end it with this before. If any other question, you can ask me on the WhatsApp group. I'll open the WhatsApp group for questions. What I want to end with this is this. Just be careful with applications. We're going to be having another session, all right? There's going to be another session where I will be explaining much more important things. I think I had it here. Let me see where it is. Yeah, this is it. So we have another session where we're talking about campus selection and posting, law school dress code, rules of conduct, professional ethics, queries, suspension, and justification. So what that means is that you can just apply to law school and they justify you the moment you're entering into law school. They can also suspend you. So this is very important. After that, we'll also talk about the BSc academy establishment, transition from university to law school, undergraduate studies and law school. Because sometimes some of you are coming with that fire, you came out with first class and you feel as though that's how law school takes it. You know that first class can get passed. You know, your schedule, your workload, the pre-class assignment, your externship, time management, faith. Law school is the true definition of it's not by power, it's not by might, but by God's spirit. That's what law school is. Because the village people will be flying. Like you come outside and you see village people flying. That's how it works in law school. So after that, we have this session 3, how to succeed in law school. And then out the first class, we're having some hosts then. The first class students, 2-2-2-1, but mainly first class and 2-1 hosts to be having for the session 3, where they'll be talking to you guys to prepare you ahead of time. And then also consequences of having a D and an F in the law school. I know there are a lot of myths about ethics. We'll talk about that one, that you write all the courses. What's the permanent effect of having a receipt? Meaning when you fail the law school, what's the effect afterwards? And common reasons why students fail, importance of drafting, examination, and all that. Lots of other things, past questions and all that. So we'll also be introducing you to the BSc website where you have all the materials you need for the law school from 2016 set to the present 2026-25 set. There are past questions, there are notes. We have their notes here for all the courses for criminal. I think you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are notes,
Yes, we
corporate,
can.
civil litigation, property, ethics, and all that. We introduce all these things, but this is not the right time. Your seniors are still using it, so it's been updated. But then the recent laws and everything, except for you guys don't want to read ahead, we can talk about that. But then I feel like it would be nice to really talk to you what it's all about, so you don't jump into something you don't know. So that's mainly it. I think I'm done with this. I have to fly into my class. So if there's any other questions, I will leave the WhatsApp group open for everyone to ask me questions, or you can send me a DM privately. I may not reply you, but I've taken notice of your question. Next session, I'll be able to answer those questions. So I think that is all about this class. I'm very grateful to all of you guys that showed up. I wasn't expecting. I had a lot of more than 200 on the YouTube channel, and then you guys are like 100 here, that's 10 or something. And some persons are still trying to. The time frame was not convenient for some persons, so we released the video on the YouTube channel for you guys to go watch it, a review. But then I'm gonna plead with you guys. All right, if you could subscribe to this YouTube channel, we're trying to hit a target. If you just subscribe, hit the notification bell, I'll be very, very grateful. All right, thank you so much for being part of this session. Do have a great day and good night.
Good night.
Thank
I'm
you,
grateful.
sir.
God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you,
Good night,
sir.
sir.
Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.